Hello students, this is a presentation on a document, a very important document that you will have to learn in second year, third semester, fourth semester. That is front office cashier's report. It is visible right now on your screen, front office cashier's report. This is a very old format of our college, which is now in Hajipur. So these forms are quite old, but the concepts I think are accurate and perfect. So first of all, let me show you how to interpret this complex looking document. With the help of a pen, I would like to demarcate the three important areas of this document. One is here, and second one is here. So if you notice, first thing is this one, this side is all the cash or money received by the cashier, and this portion details the money which is paid by the cashier to someone, either to a guest or an employee or to a third party. And in the middle, we have to record the details of transactions from foreigners. All right. Since a cashier will normally pay, even if a foreigner demands some cash from the hotel, they will be paid in Indian currency, and therefore, only for receiving is this column required. That is foreign nationals and non-residents. So if you keep these three sections in mind, then this document becomes quite easy to understand. So let us look at these documents one by one, sections one by one, I'm sorry. The first section is here, okay. Let us first complete this detail here. Is not visible, but this is cashier. Cashier's name will be recorded here. What his name is. Shift begins from, what time the shift begins will be written here, shift timing. And what time the shift ends will be written here. And on what date this document was produced, was created, will be recorded here. So this gives us an idea that this document is prepared on a daily basis. After every shift, this document will be prepared. Now, focusing on the received portion of cashier's report, we understand that this is the money that cashier receives. Bill number is, of course, the account number of the guest. This guest is staying with us. And a guest pays to a hotel under two circumstances. One is that they are checking out, they are leaving, and therefore they must settle their account. So that is one condition when they pay to the hotel. On account means the guest is not departing, he is not leaving, she is not going, but due to some reasons the hotel has asked, or the guest themselves want to make some advance payment, and that is what this on account means. So this guest is still staying in the hotel, but they have decided to prepay, make some advance deposit, and that is called on account. So if a guest is paying advance, it will be recorded here, received and departure. So I hope these two things are clear. And of course the guest name, I don't have to explain it. This is the guest who is paying. So since guest name is not here, so I must clarify that this is the guest who is making a payment. And now these are like Indian residents, so we will say yes, they are Indian residents, yes or no. And this takes care of this first portion of the cashier's summary, the received portion. Now let us move to the second half. The second portion, not half actually, they are all 1/3. So if you notice, this section records payments by either foreigners, foreign nationals, foreign citizens, also non-resident Indians, because if they're employed in foreign countries, then their earnings will also be in foreign currency, and they may pay in foreign dollars, yen, euro, Chinese renminbi. So if you have received in foreign currency from any of these people, foreigners or non-resident Indians, then we'll record it here, this portion here. If these foreign nationals or non-resident Indians, they are paying to you in Indian currency, then you must record it here. Now you might be wondering, what is this all about? So first thing you need to understand is that all foreigners, it's a rule of Government of India that all foreigners must pay in foreign currency. If you relate this to import, export, balance of payment, paying the import bill through foreign currency, you'll understand why Indian government insists that foreigners must pay in foreign currency, especially those currencies which are accepted worldwide. Few examples I've just shared with you. I'll just share once more. Dollar, American dollar, euro. Now, of course, British pound can be included in that because Britain has exited from a euro. Then Japanese yen could be another popular currency, and Chinese renminbi possibly. So, under what circumstances a foreigner is allowed to pay in Indian currency, that we also must understand. There are two situations when a foreigner can pay to us in Indian currency. The first one here, this box here, if they have already converted their foreign currency into Indian currency at the airport or at another money changer, authorized money changer, then they can pay in Indian currency, but we must ask for the foreign currency encashment certificate from them and also record it there so that we are not accused of accepting illegal foreign currency. And now the third one is, I think, the most technical. These are foreigners, no doubt, but they pay in Indian currency because they are exempted. They are under exempt categories. So who are these foreigners who are exempted under this rule that foreigners must pay in foreign currency? If you have heard about the embassies, the consulates of foreign countries in our country, even Indian government has embassies abroad in foreign countries. So all the employees of embassies and consulates, if they are employed in India, then they are also being paid in Indian currency, and they are permitted, despite being a foreigner, to pay in Indian currency. The other people who can also pay in Indian currency despite being a foreigner, they could be like officials of offices of United Nations organization. These two I know. If there are more categories, I do not know. You may find out that who all are exempted from paying in foreign currency, foreigners. And this last part here is, under what clause are they exempted? Which means what is their entitlement that despite being a foreigner, they can pay in Indian currency? So that clause must be mentioned here. Are they like embassy employees? Are they UN employees? Who are they? So that takes care of the second portion, dealing with foreigners, foreign currency, and exempt categories. And now we come to the third portion of the cashier's report that details the payments made by the cashier to somebody else. So who can he pay? Let us understand. The first thing is he can pay to a resident guest. Second thing is he can pay to a non-resident guest. He can also pay to an employee, and he can also pay to another department. And lastly, he can also pay to a third party on behalf of the guest. So if the cashier is paying some money, then for which room number he is paying, that must be entered here. And who is the guest who has asked us to pay on their behalf. And if they are non-resident guests, they are local guests, but if they are asking for this help from us, then we have to help just like our resident guests. So it is recorded under this column. They are not staying in any room, so no room number will be here, only their account number should be there. So if they are non-resident guests, then the folio number should be mentioned right on the left hand side. I think I'll show it to you. the folio number was the first entry. Bill number was the first entry. So this folio number can be used for all the three portions, all the three sections. So if a city ledger guest has taken paid out from us, then bill number must be written on that side, left hand side, far left, and amount may be entered here. And if the cashier has paid money to somebody else, for example, to an employee, to other department, to a vendor, anybody else, to some official, then that will be recorded here. Sometimes, the bellboy also asks for money, maybe to buy medicines, to buy postage stamp for the guest. So they can be recorded here, and the details may be mentioned here. What is very important here is to understand that all these transactions, all these payment transactions must be recorded on a special document called paid out voucher, a visitor's paid out voucher, and it will be a numbered document, so that number also must be mentioned here, recorded here. So with the help of this cashier's summary report, let me zoom in now and show you that in a very simple way, the cashier knows how much money he has received in Indian currency from Indians, how much money he has received from foreigners in foreign currency and in Indian currency, and finally, how much money he has paid. Of course, a cashier will not pay to a foreigner in foreign currency. They'll always pay in Indian currency. And therefore, there is no fourth column for foreign nationals in foreign currency. So all payments made by cashier will be in Indian currency, and therefore there is no separate account. So this is all about the cashier's report. If you have still any doubts, any questions, you can ask in the comments of this video. Thank you. Have a great day.